Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man, and this is another Prepared Monday. And this Monday we're going to get back to finishing up the series about cordage. And coming up on the screen here in about a second, this is some unlaid, untarred jute twine. Now this is known as floral twine, gardening twine, yard twine, all sorts of different things. And when it really comes down to it, it's probably one of the easiest to access natural cords on the market. The other one that's the easiest to find is cotton twine. Now, there has been a resurgence in the use of hemp twine in the U.S., but contrary to popular belief, there's no huge market for hemp twine because there's plenty of jute and cotton already in the market. Now, in a survival scenario, it is good to have some of this around. Now, it doesn't hold up like tarred twine does. This stuff will rot out on you. The reason being is it's untreated. It is literally raw plant fiber. It's also a lot less strengthened than the tarred twine that I showed you earlier. That heavy-duty number 36 bank line with tar actually holds up to 360-pound test. This guy is about 65. Now that's test strength. That's not usable strength. If you don't know the difference, you need to sit down and watch yourself an instructional, informative video on rope test strengths versus actual usage strengths. Because you test at a much higher strength than is recommended for usage because you want to test for breaking point. That is what that test strength is. That is where the rope breaks. Use strength is up to the point before the fibers start stretching. And so whenever you're using a rope, you want to use it within its use strength, not its test strength. Now, one of the advantages to jute twine is it makes a great fire starter. You can unlay a bit of jute twine, about 6 inches, take the yarns apart, and turn it into a fire nest for an instant fire basket. It will burn clean to ash. There will be nothing left. It will give very little smoke if you keep it dry. A spool of, I've got a spool here of about 120 feet, and I paid like $7 for this at Joann's, and that's the most expensive I've seen it. If you go and find actual yard twine at, say, Home Depot or Lowe's, you can get 200-300 feet for about $4 or $5. You don't need anything special or fancy. You don't need it colored or anything like that. Just get the natural jute twine. Even if you're going to use bank line or 550 cord in your emergency kit, it doesn't hurt to have a spool of jute twine in your pack as well. You can use it when you need it, and you can also use it as a fire starter so that you're not looking necessarily for fire starters when you initially bug out or try to evacuate your area. You've got something that you know is dry that you can use as a backup in the event that you can't find dry material. Now, another thing that is going to come up here on the screen is a bit of floral wire. Now, this is 24 gauge floral wire. I got a 150-foot section at Michael's for about $7-8 as well. And this is great in that you can use it for certain types of tie-ups or a little bit more permanent connections than you can the jute twine. You'll need to make sure that you have a couple of different selections of wire and that you have a good pair of pliers to work with them with. If you're carrying your multi-tool, you've already got a pair of pliers likely. Make sure that they will work with the type of wire you're using. Give them a bit of a test. Learn how to use the wire correctly. You can use it for doing up wire traps. You can use it for doing permanent hangings for like food bags and things of that nature, because it can be undone and redone multiple times without damaging the wire. Make sure, though, whatever you get a good coating on it. It's one of the reasons I recommend floral wire over, say, picture wire. Picture hanging wire usually has no coating on it, whereas the floral wire usually does. Well, that's about it for this Prepared Monday. Once again, please remember to upvote and follow me on VidMe, or like and subscribe on YouTube. You can also thumbs up and subscribe on BitChute, and catch me at the other local at all the other social media down below. Also, don't be afraid to leave a comment if you've got a comment or a request, want some more information. Thank you all, and have yourselves a great day.